Thank you for joining me today on Lunchtime with the Word, where we seek to get personal with Jesus. Yesterday, I had the privilege of preaching at Shippensburg Church of the Nazarene. I preached from a passage in Isaiah 58, verses 11 and 12. And the idea that we drew from that passage was that God leads us always, and that He will strengthen us and He will refresh us. And in doing so, He prepares us to be His fellow gardeners in the gardens of our community and world. Gardens being places where people need encouragement, where people need care and refreshment and renewal and transformation. And God, as He pours into us, what He pours into us, His grace and mercy seeps out of us and will bring refreshment and encouragement and so on to people that we minister to in the gardens that He leads us to. Well, this morning I suddenly saw this parallel between Isaiah 58, verses 11 and 12, and John 15. You see, when we remain in Jesus, when we remain in His love, then He can lead us, and He can refresh us, and He can nourish us and transform us. And as He transforms us to love as He loves, in that process, we become fellow gardeners who are bearing fruit. When we focus our attention on Jesus, He will always turn our attention outward. We've talked about that several times. And He invites us to partner with Him in His gardens. In other words, one of the ways in which Jesus helps us to love as He loves is by inviting us to partner with Him in the gardens in our community and in our world. And as we garden with Him, fellow gardeners, He's teaching us how to love as He loves. It's not like we have to go through some rigorous training process to finally be approved and then go bear fruit. No, it happens in the doing. It's quite opposite. We participate in the garden with Jesus, and as we participate with Him, we bear fruit with Him. Or bringing it back to John 15 alone, as we remain in Him, we bear fruit. Here's a way to think about it. While He is transforming us, not after He transforms us, while He is transforming us, He wants to do something new through you. That's right. He wants to do something new through you. Did you know that the word remain appears 11 times in John chapter 15? It certainly has some importance then, and we should probably pay attention to that. Because as we remain in Him, He is enabling us to bear fruit. So I'm going to ask you to do something a little different today. Sometime today, preferably right now, but I know not everybody will be able to do this right now. But if you can't do it now, do it later today. Turn to John chapter 15 and read through it. And as you read through it, I want you to ask yourself these questions. What does it mean? These questions right here above me. What does it mean to remain in Jesus? How can I do that more and more each day? What are the gifts and challenges of being Jesus' friend? Because it does talk about, Jesus talks about, He no longer considers us, He considers us friends. And so what does that mean? What does that look like? And what are the gifts and challenges of that? And then to ask the question, am I committed to this relationship? So I encourage you today to get personal with Jesus and to read through, by reading through John 15 and asking those questions. Allow Him to speak to you in a personal way. Now, just a little hint, those questions, if once this clip is no longer live, you can go back and scroll through it to get to those questions and then pause it. So then you'll have those questions in front of you as you read John chapter 15. So get personal with Jesus today by engaging in John chapter 15 and allowing Him to speak through you as you read and answer those questions. And remember, He wants to do something new through you. I'll see you tomorrow at noon.